Four news stories for you. Firstly, an update from African Union Summit where Palestinian Prime Minister urged African Union to revoke the status of Israel as an observer state. Secondly, Ezema party of Berhanu Nega has released a statement about Getachew elders' murder case. Thirdly, Getachew Reda, a TPLF presidential spokesperson, has spoken about ongoing African Union summit and PM Abi's speech at the summit. And lastly, viewers, an Afar-based party, an Afar-based group has released a statement. The group is calling for action. It's calling upon Ethiopian government to take action. The group says there is anger, there is sadness, there is frustration in Afar region because government forces are not helping the people of Afar. We'll have a detailed look at this statement because the group says that Afars in Eritrea, in Djibouti, in Afar region are frustrated. That is why there must be action from Ethiopian government. Firstly, viewers, African Union's summit today was the first day. Tomorrow the summit will be concluded. Israeli Prime Minister Mohammed Shataya addressed the African Union leaders. He urged African Union leaders to revoke Israel's status as observer state. Israel was last year granted the status of observer state by Moussa Faki, chair of African Union. There was no voting held. Just Moussa Faki granted this status to Israel. And last year, some African countries opposed this move of Moussa Faki. I think South Africa and Algeria back then opposed the move. Today, Palestine raised this question. Palestine said that Israel is involved in genocide of Palestinians. That is why Israel's status as observer state must be revoked. Let's see what happens. Will African Union leaders back this call of Palestine or not? Secondly, viewers, we have a new story about a statement by Berhanu Nega's party, Ezema party. The party has released a statement about Getachew elders' murder case. 14 civilians, including some Getachew elders, were killed at the end of November last year. Ethiopian Rights Commission, I think 4 days ago, released a statement, an inquiry report into the killing. And the commission accused Oromia government forces of being behind the killing of the Getachew elders. The government has been accusing Oromo Liberation Army. Now, Ezema is calling upon the media and security and justice institutions to provide justice. Ezema says that Ethiopian Rights Commission did a wonderful job. And other institutions must follow suit now. It is demanding apology from government-backed institutions, government-backed media institutions, that why did they misinform the public about who killed Getachew elders? Because we know that when this incident happened, government-backed news sources, they accused Oromo Liberation Army of being behind the incident. So Ezema is demanding an apology from state media, state-backed media. It wants security forces, Oromo regional government to ensure that the perpetrators are brought to justice. At the same time, Ezema is calling for action against an armed group in Oromia. Here, definitely, Ezema is speaking against Oromo Liberation Army, that it must be proceeded against by Oromia regional forces. So Ezema wants action against OLA. It wants action against those who are involved in the killing of Getachew Oromo elders and some police officials who were also killed, I think 48 hours before the killing of Getachew elders in East Shiva zone of Oromia region at the end of November last year. Thirdly, viewers, Getachew Reda, TPLF presidential spokesperson, has raised questions about the speech delivered by Ethiopian PM Abi at African Union Summit. He says, Abiy Ahmed said in his speech that what is happening in Ethiopia is Ethiopian internal matter. It's a law and order situation. His question is, if it is Ethiopian internal matter, why is that Ethiopian government involved a country, a foreign country, Eritrea, in this war? Secondly, he says that Abiy Ahmed in his speech said that the resolution of this problem was made difficult because of interference of external actors. He concludes, Getachew Reda, that PM Abi wants carte blanche. He wants free hand to continue genocide of Tigrayans, and that is what Pan-Africanism is, according to PM Abi, that he does not want any interference in Ethiopian internal matters by external actors, and he wants to continue what he is doing. He is calling upon African Union to say no to what PM Abi said. So far, we have not seen any speech against Ethiopian PM Abi, a very strong speech in support of Tigray during the ongoing African Union Summit. Let's see, will any African country back Getachew Reda's call? Let's see. Lastly, viewers, an Afar-based group has released a statement. The group says there is anger, there is sadness, there is frustration in Afar region because the Ethiopian government is silent. It's not supporting Afar people. The group's name is Afar Revolutionary Party, Gugumo. Its popular name is. The group says that the group claims that Tigray forces are involved in ethnic cleansing of Afars, and tens of thousands have been displaced from Kanaba, Berhale, Abala, Megale, and Tigray forces are trying to force their way towards Dalol near Eritrea border. The group says that people in Afar are disappointed, they are sad. And Afars in Djibouti, in Eritrea, in Afar region, all are sad and disappointed because the Ethiopian government is not helping the people of Afar. Now, Afar Revolutionary Party has made some demands. Firstly, he says that government forces must protect the people of Afar. Secondly, the group says that people of Afar region must be armed. They must be trained to fight Tigray Defense Force. Thirdly, the group is calling for international news outlets to visit the areas and see the alleged atrocities and destruction as a result of TDF's anti-Afar. And lastly, the group is urging humanitarian organizations to help the people of Afar. Group says it will continue its fight. People of Afar will continue their fight against Tigray Defense Force. Now, definitely, pressure is being brought to bear upon Ethiopian federal government, Ethiopian National Defense Force, that there should be deployment of ENDF on this front. So far, there is no deployment of ENDF on Afar front. In the previous video, I told you about the statement of Afar regional government, which said that 5 waradas in zone 2 are under TDF, and TDF is trying to move towards Ethiopia-Djibouti road. So both statements, Afar regional government statement and Afar revolutionary party statements, both are a way of putting pressure upon Ethiopian government that it should deploy ENDF on this front. Will Ethiopian government deploy ENDF on Afar front or not? That remains to be seen. Thank you for watching.